This is a diplomatic moment breaking every convention. Russia's president is receiving the Palestinian leader not by protocol, but by tradition, an Arab-style welcome in Moscow, and a message aimed far beyond the room. President Vladimir Putin meets Palestinian President Mahmoud Abbas just after agreeing to invest $1 billion and join Trump's Board of Peace. The talks focus on the deteriorating regional situation and a new political framework proposed by U.S. President Donald Trump, known as the Board of Peace Initiative. But it is Putin's language that immediately signals a shift. Putin says Russia is prepared to allocate $1 billion to the Board of Peace. He says the funds are primarily meant to support the Palestinian people. He adds the money would be used for the reconstruction of the Gaza Strip and for addressing broader Palestinian issues. The statement places Moscow firmly inside a debate traditionally dominated by Washington. Putin orders Russia's foreign minister to study the invitation to the Board of Peace. He instructs consultations with international partners. He also says discussions will take place with the United States and Palestine on using frozen funds to rebuild Gaza. The move suggests coordination, but also leverage.
Russian-Palestinian relations are deep-rooted and special in nature. Back in 1988, the Soviet Union recognized the state of Palestine, and we remain committed to this position to this day. Our approach to issues concerning Palestine in the Middle East settlement is principled rather than opportunistic. We believe that only the establishment and full functioning of the State of Palestine can lead to the final settlement of the Middle Eastern conflict. Our relations are developing today despite all the difficulties associated with the situation in the region. Naturally, in absolute terms, our trade is still modest. However, the trend towards growth is clear. Our trade has tripled. We continue to work in the humanitarian field. In particular, we continue to train specialists for Palestine. This year, 150 young Palestinians are studying and will study at universities and other educational institutions in Russia. We provided humanitarian aid, sending over 800 tons of cargo to the Gaza Strip, conducting about 32 humanitarian operations. We also sent wheat directly and through international organizations at your request. Naturally, today we will discuss the current situation in Gaza, Palestine as a whole, and the Israeli-Palestinian track. We will also talk about the U.S. President's initiatives regarding the creation of a new framework, which, as we see, is primarily focused on resolving the situation in Palestine, in the Gaza Strip. You may have heard that we are willing to allocate $1 billion to this new body, the Board of Peace, first and foremost to support the Palestinian people, to use these funds to reconstruct the Gaza Strip and solve Palestine's issues. I have already said that these will come from the funds frozen in the United States back under the previous administration. I think this is quite possible. We have discussed such options with the U.S. administration before, and we are planning a meeting and talks on this topic in Moscow today.
Что касается Совета мира, мы действительно получили личное обращение президента Соединенных Штатов Америки Дональда Трампа с приглашением присоединиться к создаваемой по его инициативе новой международной структуре – Совету мира. В этой связи хотел бы прежде всего поблагодарить президента США за это предложение. Мы всегда поддерживали и поддерживаем любые усилия, направленные на укрепление международной стабильности. Отмечаем также и вклад действующей администрации США в поиске решения по урегулированию украинского кризиса. Что касается нашего участия в Совете мира, то МИДу России поручено изучить поступившие к нам документы, проконсультироваться на этот счет с нашими стратегическими партнерами, и только после этого мы сможем дать ответ на переданное нам приглашение. В сделанном нам предложении речь прежде всего идет об урегулировании на Ближнем Востоке и о поиске возможных путей решения насущных проблем палестинского народа и разрешения острейших проблем гуманитарной ситуации в секторе Газа. В этой связи отмечу главное. Главное заключается в том, чтобы весь процесс благоприятно сказался на долгосрочном урегулировании палестино-израильского конфликта, основанного на соответствующих решениях Организации Объединенных Наций, и чтобы были учтены, необходимо, чтобы были учтены неотъемлемые нужды и пожелания палестинцев. Это касается рекомендаций реконструкции сектора Газа и его базовой социальной инфраструктуры, систем здравоохранения, водоснабжения, налаживания бесперебойного обеспечения продовольствием. Поэтому уже сейчас, даже до решения нами вопроса об участии в составе и в самой работе Совета мира, учитывая особые отношения России с палестинским народом, мы могли бы, я думаю, направить в Совет мира $1 миллиард США из замороженных еще при прежней администрации США российских активов. Кстати, оставшиеся средства из наших же замороженных в США активов можно было бы использовать и на восстановление территорий, пострадавших в ходе боевых действий после заключения мирного договора между Россией и Украиной. Такая возможность также обсуждается нами с представителями администрации США. Планирую обсудить все эти вопросы с президентом Палестины Махмудом Аббасом, с которым завтра у нас состоятся переговоры, а также с американскими представителями Стивеном Уиткофом и Джаредом Кушнером, которые тоже завтра приезжают в Москву для продолжения диалога по вопросам украинского урегулирования.
President Mahmoud Abbas uses the meeting to draw clear red lines. He reiterates his total rejection of any attempt to displace Palestinians from their land. He says the Palestinian people are holding on to their territory and will not abandon it, whatever the cost. His words are unequivocal. Abbas accuses Americans and Israelis of trying to expatriate Palestinians beyond Palestinian territory. He says such attempts are categorically rejected. He insists the Palestinian people remain resolved in their struggle, regardless of pressure or consequence.
Russia is our great friend we rely on in all fields. Russia historically stands by the Palestinian people at the political and diplomatic levels. As for the economic and financial aid, it is quite numerous. You have graciously mentioned some of it, but our people are very happy and very grateful to Russia for this assistance and for your unchangeable position, your support for Palestine. Mr. President, we suffer a lot within the Palestinian land, you know this very well, during the Israeli occupation, which carried out a great deal of destruction in the Gaza Strip as well as in the West Bank and Jerusalem. I would like to provide some statistics. The number of killed and injured in the Gaza Strip reached 260,000 people. There are more and more thousands of killed and injured in the West Bank. The destructions are massive. The Gaza Strip is almost fully ruined, with about 85% of its schools, universities, churches, mosques. Nevertheless, I want to reassure you, Mr. President, that the Palestinian people are holding on to their land, rejecting the American-Israeli stance that was announced about a year ago to expatriate Palestinians from Gaza and the West Bank beyond the Palestinian territory. The Palestinian people insisted that they would not leave their country no matter the cost. The people of Gaza are now living in tents. These tents are subject to rain, destruction, and flooding, yet people are determined to remain in their land. We will not leave it. What we want is peace. We hope that with your support and assistance we can achieve it. Peace based on international legitimacy of United Nations resolutions adopted after the war in 1967 and in 1973. We are committed to all this, which grants us an independent Palestinian state in Gaza, the West Bank, and East Jerusalem as its capital. We know that Russia is the first who helped and the first who backed this political stance we stand for. Of course, there are many other issues that we must discuss with you, Mr. President, regarding the details of the current situation, about our vision for the future, and how we see the settlement. We are ready to work, and we hope to reach the solution with your support and assistance. Russia has been our friend for more than 5 decades. Every visit to this gracious country, in summer, winter, snow, or rain, we feel that it is part of our hearts, that we are connected by a spiritual bond. Visiting Moscow, we feel like we are at home with our friends around. Thank you, Mr. President Putin.